Hey, exciting video. It's Brimfield time. Probably my favorite show of the year. You never know what you're going to find. You never know how much you're going to sell, although I've gotten kind of used to kind of consistent with that. But I'm setting up at Hertan's again. This will be my third straight time at Hertan's. I really love it with the new fence. Same booth as last time. It's July. I've never set up at Brimfield in July. I don't know what to expect. I went out there shopping a couple years ago. I wasn't real thrilled with all I bought, especially with the hotel cost. So this time I'm setting up, camping out in the field. I rent a tent in Hertan's, and I sleep in my van. I have an air mattress. I'm sleeping in my van with an air mattress. So I'll save some money that way and hopefully make it worthwhile. I did about 5,000. I did 5,000 in sales in the spring. So I'm hoping for at least half that. Half that probably works okay. I'm traveling around the country this year, and I'm staying in New York State, so I'm like 2 hours away, so it's a short trip. Hey, let's dive right in, get some buying and selling, and hope to have a good show. Breakfast of Champions? Sardines.
Yeah. No, these are mice. These are canned mice.
Canned mice?
I can't afford the sardines.
It's Trader Joe dealer. But it is Trader Joe sardines, so.
Take a sip.
Yeah.
Show
Do you drink
flavor.
it? Do you drink the juice?
I already drank the juice.
You already drank
Just
the
do
juice?
it for. Come on, take a hit.
You got to drink the olive oil because these are packed in extra virgin olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil.
There.
There's a joke there somewhere.
That's so good.
Walking down to see some of my friends in a different field, if I can get in and say hi to them. And then I'll be back to my field to unload everything so I can sleep in my van tonight. Caught the boys fooling around down the Vermont tent, but saw some cool stuff down there. Nothing I couldn't live without. This assemblage was kind of neat, and I really like this Haitian painting, but I didn't even price it. Okay, 4 o'clock on Monday. I need to unload my van so I have a place to sleep. Zero buys so far. Zero things I've come close to buying, but I've seen a bunch of friends chat it. So not a lot of stuff out right now to look at in the various places, but yeah, I'm right there. My van's right there. So a short trip to unload it, but I got unloaded enough and blow up the air mattress, so I have a place to sleep tonight. Actually, I lied. My first purchase is the day. Big lots on the way here. I forgot to grab my chair out of storage, so I had to buy another chair. It's like $12.60. $12.60. Hopefully it holds up for the whole show. Okay, here I am unloading. My van is maybe half full, not even quite half full. Problem is, it's a lot of loose stuff that doesn't fit in boxes. It's just wrapped in blankets or just thrown in there. And of course, the first thing I gotta do is really get the tables out. And of course, a lot of little loose things get thrown in there, covering up the tables at the end. Get the tables out, cover them up, and go from there. As you can see here, filling up the air mattress takes a while. This is actually sped up a little bit. Takes a while to fill up the air mattress for the bed. Then you gotta lug it back to your hotel room, the van, without dragging it on the ground, of course. Get it all in there. Always fun. Always comfortable. Yeah, fitted sheets, they're a pain no matter what kind of bed. They're always a pain, but there you go, fitted sheets and a pillow. It's 5:45. As you can see behind me, I have unloaded the truck. Truck is unloaded. I'm about to have dinner, or started dinner. I got a sandwich in the cooler, brought a sandwich with me, and I got this yogurt. So yeah, no food vendors tonight, so everything you gotta bring everything with you to eat, and so save some money for sure. You could run down to the gas station, but no, I packed some stuff. So dinner tonight and breakfast tomorrow will be from packed stuff, and then after that I'll probably be buying most of my food except for snack. Here I am eating my sandwich with the boys, Evan Grant, Aaron Buell, having a finer discussion about the antique business, of course. Unfortunately, I did not film myself falling back in the chair.
Dude, tell them not to let one bad experience sour the whole show. It's gonna take a real special person to buy this and stuff there.
Yeah, Aaron showing off his fine merch. Evan playing around with the hippo trash can, sticking his head in like he's being eaten by it. Nothing but fun here at Brimfield. Here is a guy already set up. Got the police caution tape out. That's kind of funky. This person's set up early too. Well, it's that time of night. First night in bed in the hotel day van. Touch warm, but that's okay. Not hot though. So I think probably 4 in the morning I'll wake up cold, but that's how it goes. So yeah, saving some money, gonna spend it all tomorrow. Hopefully, day one tally. Van completely unloaded, 0 buys, 0 sales. Saw a bunch of friends and chatted, and spent $0 on food. So yeah, tomorrow all the expenses go way up. Hopefully the sales and buying does too. Gotta make myself presentable for the morning, but it's Tuesday morning here at Brimfield, getting ready to go out and shop. It's like 5:37 right now. As you can see, bright out, but exciting times. Gonna go hit the what used to be J&J Auction Acres, has a Tuesday show. I'm gonna go there first and then wander through the town a bit, come back here, set up some, go back and shop, come back and set up some, because my show doesn't open until Wednesday at noon, but I gotta be ready at noon, and I want to shop tomorrow morning as well. So let's get at it. A lot less busy than it will be in a couple hours, and a lot less busy than it is in the spring months, but the spring show. Here it is. This is formerly J&J, now called Auction Acres. They have a special Tuesday morning only show, cheap to set up. Starts whenever you walk in, I guess. Kind of cool stuff. Did not buy the toilet seat, but this some pretty cool stuff in this field. A lot of there while people were still sort of setting up, unpacking, unloading, shopping and buying and setting up all at the same time. Always fun, always hectic. A little bit nerve-wracking because you're just desperate to find something good that you can make money on. Here, I bought 3 things over there. I headed across the street to Shelton. I did not buy anything in this field. I rarely buy stuff in this field. I used to years ago when you could sort of shop on Mondays. I think I bought like 1 thing here once. Yeah, hitting all the back of the fields, and it's kind of complicated. It wanders around, gets kind of confusing. Here are my 3 buys. These are all my 3 early morning buys from J&J. Bought the little railroad worker, kind of cool. This like clock face thing, number spinner, and a deco woman. I'm filming this afterwards. These have already sold. A second breakfast for me, a late breakfast. This place always has the best egg and bacon sandwiches. Love watching people cook eggs for some reason. Very delicious, very tasty. Then I decided to hit, walking down past New England Motel. Quaker Acres is down there. Decided to go back to Quaker Acres, shop that. As you can see, not super crowded along the strip this time. I don't know why that is. It seems, I know it's July, but it seems less crowded along the strip than I would have guessed it to be. Yeah, Quaker Acres, gonna shoot in here, try to find some stuff. I know a couple of vendors set up here. Someone from Delaware, my neck of the woods, and a woman from Pennsylvania, Heather. So, might go by a stop and say hi to them. Look at the doggo. Yes, my one lone buy across the street in Quaker Acres, the Skifer? Snowboard, early snowboard. I actually already pre-sold one to the guy next to me, and then I saw this one, and I bought this one as well. I'm hoping he'll buy it from me. Now I'm headed down. I'm going to do Central Park. A lot of collectibles in this field. Used to be a lot of primitive, what some people might call brownie dealers. A group of people with primitive antiques set up in the back of this field. Now they've moved on to different places, but cool car, animal hides, a lot of collectibles. You see baseball cards. I get tempted to look at the baseball cards. I still collect them, sell some of them, but these are going to be priced fairly high, I guess, or not cheap enough for me, but I think more retail pricing on cards usually. Check that out, that's kind of cool. Little truck. Yes, ice cream, gotta have some ice cream. Now I'm headed down to Dealer's Choice. Dealer's Choice is a field I used to set up in. A lot of good vendors in Dealer's Choice. I actually got a badge to get in early before the crowd. I have a vendor badge. I'm getting in after the setup has already happened, and most of the early buying has already happened before the crowd comes in at 11. So I'm here like, I don't know, this is like 10 o'clock, 10:30, walking around. I've had good luck with roller skate cases in the past, but you usually sell them for about $75 to $100, so buying one for $60 is not going to work. There's the crowd of people waiting to get in at 11. Seems like an okay crowd, nothing crazy. I do like Dealer's Choice. A lot of good vendors here, but it's super spread out this time. Way too spread out. Lunch, oh my god, Thai food. I'm a sucker for Thai food. I can never pass up Thai food. This was actually really good. Yeah, here's the money shot. The money shot of me eating the Thai food. That's what everyone's checking on the YouTube for. What is Matt eating today? Way too much food. But that's what happens when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, it's like 1:30. I am dying. It's so hot here. It's probably not even as hot as it could be. It's definitely not as hot as it could be. It's like mid 80s, but I'm not built for the heat. So, taking a break from setting up. I'm actually going to walk over and check out Hart in a few minutes, see if any of those dealers are setting up. I have a extra dealer badge for there. See if there's any action over there, and then come back to Hurtans and finish setting up. Tonight I've already booked my $5 cold shower, so I'm looking forward to that. They don't have to be cold. Mine's just going to be cold because it's so hot. So, a lot of work. Only bought 6 things so far. So 6 purchases plus some Shaquille O'Neal rookie cards for myself, but for $10. So basically just 6 purchases so far. Nasty storm here. You can hear the rain. It's like 6:30 or something. I was pricing stuff in my tent. Part of my setup tomorrow goes outside the tent, so I can't do that because I knew it was going to rain tonight. But I'm waiting to do that in the morning. But it's going to be a hectic morning because I like to go shop Hart before I finish setting up here. And if possible, I like to walk around this field some. But yeah, it's raining now. Supposed to quit. The heavy storm is supposed to pass in like 45 minutes, so I might be able to go back and finish pricing some of the stuff that is on display or is set up. But right now, hunkered down in the van. End of my first day, end of Tuesday. Quick recap, I bought 9 things, 9 items today, and plus 4 Shaquille O'Neal rookie year cards for $10. That's just for my personal collection. Besides those cards, I bought 9 things. I wouldn't say I'm super excited by, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them, but fairly excited by the other 4 or 5. So probably not a bad day. Not as good as I would have liked. No, like, I didn't buy anything for $50 that I can sell for $500 or more. So no big hit, no big score, but a few cool things. So what more can you do? And looking forward to tomorrow and hoping to sell a bunch of stuff. Today's a big day. It's Wednesday. My show opens today, but first things first, I'm gonna walk over. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a dealer badge. I'm gonna walk over and got a dealer badge from a friend and walk over and check out Hart, see what's going on, see if I can see some friends, maybe buy something, who knows, and then get breakfast and then come back and check this out. As you can see, lots of rain, lots of puddles on the ground, sluggish start in the morning. Street looks pretty bare. It's right around 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, look at these people. Everyone's pouring off the water off their tents. New England Motel is opening up, but I am skipping New England Motel. Never bought well. Headed straight into Hart, hoping with the dealer badge that maybe I find something during setup that I wouldn't find running into the crowd later. Of course, I don't have time to run into the crowd later because I'll be setting up for my show. Yes, love Heart of the Mart. One of my favorite fields to shop over the years, probably been my best field or second best field to Hurtans. Hurtans and Heart of the Mart have always been the 2 fields I've bought the best on. As you can see, the unveiling, dealers crowding around. Lots of cool stuff in this field. Big design focus, design tent in the back. There's a clothing tent in the back. Look at that, those skulls. That's interesting. I don't know. That is interesting. Yeah, these tents got ruined. It was a nasty storm, a lot of rain. These tents don't do well when they got to hold up rain for a long time. They just crumble under it. Not a crazy amount of action over here. It doesn't seem like a lot more dealers than yesterday. I did buy something. Thought I made a great buy, something for $75. And then he also had a wood fishing lure for $125. Turns out the $75 Trampart shelf has a little bit of damage that I missed. And so I bought the lure because I thought the shelf was so cheap. I thought, oh, I'll just do the lure and get them together in like a package deal. And turns out the shelf's not as cheap as I thought. So now the lure is not being offset by that. So not a great buy. Probably won't lose money, but frustrating. I don't feel like I'm awake yet. It's like 6:30. This is struggling today. Got up a little bit later than, it just took me forever to get moving. But yeah, not a lot of action over here. So I don't know that I'll be here much past 7:30 or 8, and then I'll get back over to Hertan's and set up and maybe see if I can't buy something over there if anyone's selling early, but most people don't. So I'll be setting up at Hertan's. Nothing like show setup to test relationships. So many fights during setup. It's hilarious in a way. Oh yeah, I hung around a little bit longer. No more buys, but more unveiling, but no more buys. This is me getting ready, so now I can actually set up the front of the booth. First you got to put the tent up, obviously, and then after you get the tent completely, I've got to drag everything out and set up the front. And here's the end result. This is my booth. This is my setup for July 2022 Brimfield. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it came out well. I have some really cool stuff. A lot of stuff that is fresh, so to speak. I hate using that word, but a lot of stuff that's new to me since the last show. Some really cool stuff. I kind of digging that painted card table. I don't know. Some fun stuff. A lot of early glass always, advertising signs always, funky, weird folk art, definitely. Sports cards, never postcards. Sports cards in the back. I'm too tired. Yeah, check it out. Some signs, always a collection of signs. Comics, I'll actually have comics probably at pretty much every show. Some box lots and some individual, always folk art. Love the magic board. It's a fairly new purchase since the last show. Yeah, a few things I've had before. A few things that I've had before are marked way down, or I'm looking to negotiate when people talk to me, but a lot of the stuff is actually fresh to me, new to me, new inventory. But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking booth. Wide mix of stuff, wide mix of, I think, price points too. Probably more stuff in the $20 to $30 range than some shows I've done up here, but like I said, part of that's just what I've bought recently too. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good setup. I'm pretty happy with it. I like the way it came together. And yeah, hoping for a really good show. And as you can see, these are the lines of people. Hertan's with the fence up now. They don't let you in until the show opens. It is a paid admission for the first day. Yes, definitely. This is one of 3 gates or 4 gates. I get confused. This is the other gate or another gate. There's at least, I guess there's 3 gates. I should have probably looked that up before I started talking about 3 gates. I only filmed 2 of them because I was frantically getting ready up until the last minute. One final trip to the bathroom, and then bam, they let the crowds in. I only got the 1 gate because I didn't want to leave my booth, but a few people running in early looking for very specific stuff. But as you can see, the crowds came blasting through. There's Cleo ringing the bell. And there's the crowds coming pumping through. Yes, a couple different angles of the early. It's sort of a rush. It's I actually had. It's almost weird. Like you don't sell anything for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then you have a bunch of sales all at once. Still steady throughout the day. Good crowd. I don't know what the attendance was, but I think it was a pretty good crowd. I think she had a good number of people in the show. Yes, got to make up for all the unhealthy food with a banana. Probably skipping dinner tonight or eating snacks for dinner, not sure yet. Here, I ran over to my friends, Butch and Tom. They had this. Saw it this morning, decided to go down after the show had been open for about an hour or 2 and buy it. Oh my God. Friends at the show brought me a snack that they grilled. Thank you guys so much. They watched this. So yes, Steve Young, thank you so much for this. This was wonderful. You know, if you're man enough, you can wear it however you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dealers are a goofy bunch. End of the day, you got to close it back up. So I got to drag everything back in that's out underneath the tent and then load it back up. End of day 2 or end of Wednesday. Day 2 of Brimfield. Day 1 of setting up and selling, but day 2 of the fields being open. I'm laying in my van. It's a little after 10. I'm dead tired. I'm trying to fall asleep. Someone's out there revving an engine. Someone's out there slamming doors. It's just the life of Brimfield. You never know what's going to happen. I try to do a good job of showcasing some of this in my videos, but like tonight, I run off to get dinner, 5:15, and everyone's closed. So the only one place open had fries. Thankfully, I still have enough snack food and the fries and held me over. But then Brimfield's also great because I wasn't able to run off and get lunch, but one of the other vendors was grilling and brought me down a lovely sausage sausage sub, I guess, with onions and peppers. Oh, so good. So I don't know. Brimfield's a cool celebration of antiques and vintage things, but it's a cool celebration of people being together. But it's also full of idiots and assholes, and I had a little bit of that today, a little bit of that tonight. But I'm still happy to be here, still excited to be here, and looking forward to tomorrow. And so with that, I say good night, and let's check out tomorrow. Tomorrow Maze opens. I'm not going to be shopping Maze. I don't think. I'm just going to try to sell, but hoping to sell another $700-800 worth of stuff and make it so that it feels like a really worthwhile week. Yeah, don't want to wake up with that bedhead. Don't want to look embarrassing here in Brimfield. Gotta look your best at Brimfield. So it's Thursday. It's my final day here. I'm only staying set up today. I've had enough of Brimfield. It's actually my birthday. So what better place to be than sleeping in a van, waking up to a rainstorm, Brimfield. Can't beat it. So yeah, today's my final day. It's supposed to stop raining soon. The sun is peeking out, so at this point it actually might just be mostly dripping off the trees, which is the only bad thing about being under the trees. So I'll open up in a bit. I gotta go find breakfast first, and Maze opens today. I'm not gonna go shop Maze, so I want to be open before Maze in case some of those Maze customers wander over here while they're waiting for Maze to open. So let's get at it. I did leave this box of comics on the ground last night in the tent, and it got wet. Thankfully, it didn't really get wet into the box, and the section that did was just the unused bags. Yeah, just the unused bags. So it doesn't look like anything got damaged. Mostly I piled everything up on the tables last night. Okay, I'm consistent. Same breakfast place. It's always the best breakfast in town. Check it out. Hit the bell. Here's a walk through some of the vendors in the front of the field that I really never get to see. Hertan's has a neat mix. Some obviously brand new stuff. A lot of clothing vendors. A lot of vintage stuff. You see a lot of the skateboards and video game stuff. A lot of clothes. Delicious breakfast. Always good. But yes, interesting field, a lot of period antiques in the back. Here I am setting up again. So basically, just because I have a tent doesn't mean I'm permanently set up, because half my booth is, or like a third of my booth is in front of the tent. So then I have to, every morning, I have to rearrange, put stuff back out. Decent crowd so far. It's about 10:30. Maze did open at 9, so a lot of the super serious buyers have gone over to Maze, and we've had people trickling through. We had some buyers before Maze, some super serious buyers that I recognized. But no, it's been a good day. I've had 2 sales so far, about $500. So I was hoping for like 800. So well within the range of that happening, I guess. Actually, my neighbor went over to Shop Maze and he left me his phone number, and I actually sold something for him for 120. So having a good day, a good start to the day. Let's check out this crowd. So yeah, not a huge crowd on our aisle, but you can see there's people in this cross aisle. And yeah, this is the aisle here. Probably one of the few fields in Brimfield where there's actually action after the fact, meaning after opening day. Except for there's some week-long fields that seem to be somewhat steady, but of the fields that have a strong opening day, this is one of the few that actually has repeat business in the next day. Yeah, they had some camera stuff going on here in town. They let us know about. Oh, there they are. I caught them in action. So yes, check it out. Here they are, some more. Moving the camera gear around. I don't know how many people they actually interviewed, but they were around all day. Oh my God. Check this place out. A new food vendor right on the field, right in the corner next to my buddy Aaron's booth. Look at those cakes. Oh, I did not get a cake. I'm not a huge sweet tooth guy all the time, or a cake guy. I did not get a cake, but oh my God, the chicken. The chicken was so good. Such good chicken. Here's a spirited discussion about politics.
It's going to be the worst fascist since Hitler. But he's not agreeing with me. He's fighting me.
Here I am back at my buddy Aaron's booth. He had some really cool things. these little like photo op things from carnivals and midway games on a boardwalk, I guess. You stick your head through and film them. Your photo taken. Tilt-a-whirl. I hate the tilt-a-whirl. He's got the cool little arrow. He loved that. He's got this cool arrow. And again, the trash can heads that we saw earlier in the video with Aaron sticking his head out. But some cool stuff. So check out my buddy Aaron. And if you buy any of these, or if you want any of these, contact him, and maybe he still has them. I don't know. Tell him Matt sent you, and Matt expects a 10% or 20% juice. So here is my buys for the show. As you can see, I got that Scarecrow baseball player guy. He's pretty cool. Got this big board from Evan. It's like a dartboard, I guess, with an outsider art painted face on it. I don't know. I just really like it. I think it's funky and cool. Might have that with me at the next Brimfield. Not too sure yet. Here are my buys from. These are the two things I bought over at Dealer's Choice. The science sign with the bullet. It's like a bullet. I don't know. It's like a bullet with the science department. Pretty cool little sign. And then giant head, wood post head. Neat weathered surface. Not the original paint, but early crusty paint. It's got a nice look to it. I do dig him. These things I bought in Hertans. Chinese pot, not turn of the century, I think, so a little bit of age. Nothing too great, but perfect thing for me to put in the antique mall. Nice decorative look. Got this really cool wheel covered in like a root. Since I've filmed this, I've actually sold that. Got the humanoid figure, bought him on the field too. And since I filmed this, or since the show, I've actually sold that on my email list. You might want to check out my email list. Give me an email to be added to my email list. This is the lure I bought. It's a cool lure, not a decoy because it is actually has the hooks for fishing lure, but it's a really cool fishing lure, full cart fishing lure. Bought him for $125 over in Hart, and then also in Hart I got this guy, and somehow I just missed just a little bit of damage. Nothing too crazy, but really neat. Sort of tramp art wall box. Great surface, neat paint. So it should still work despite the damage.
What a long week. I got too hot. I originally thought maybe staying through Saturday, as I always do. It seems like since I've been sitting with Hertans, I keep thinking I'm gonna stay through Saturday, and I can't quite make it. I never make it. It got way too hot. I struggle with the heat. I do not like the heat. So I actually stayed set up through Thursday. Sales wise, it was a little rougher than normal. I think I hit like 2,400. Which is really close to my goal. The unfortunate part was to get to that number, I had to sell like 2 things at cost, so it wasn't really as much profit as I would like in the 2,400. The only thing that kind of bailed me out was I sold one thing there on Instagram, and then I had a person contact me on Instagram who saw my booth photos after I got back, and they spent about $1,100, just over $1,000, and those 2 sales and combined with what I actually sold live at Brimfield really bailed me out and made it to a halfway decent show, a profitable show. So I'm super happy with that. Because I don't have a hotel cost, one of my more profitable shows ever at Brimfield, and I didn't have a lot of gas because I was only traveling like 2 hours and 5 minutes to get there, which was great. That meant when I packed up Thursday night, I actually got home and got to sleep in a bed Thursday night, so that's cool. But I did spend about $1,000, probably about what I thought I would spend. I'm really happy with most of it. 2 items for about, I don't know, $350, $375. I think I semi-regret. No, 1 item for $200, and then 2 items that I spent $200 total on that were one was damaged. So a little regret those. I think I'll still make money on them, but not as much as I want to. Not worth the effort. But a couple of the things I got I thought were pretty cheap and perfect for my email list. So if you're interested, you can see my website, sign up for my email list, or shoot me a message. But I do a monthly email with some of my better finds. Usually 5 or 6 of my better finds in the last month, plus maybe 1 item that I've had for a while that I marked down close to cost, below cost, something around cost. So yeah, I think a good show, and just to be honest, I'm really excited for September now. I do like being in her hands, and I've decided to move up. I'm moving up a couple rows. I'm closer to the front, which I think will be even better, and I'll be close to a couple of my friends. So that's a cool spot to be in, and I do like her hands, and I'm loving Brimfield. So super excited for September. Hey, let's do it. And if you've enjoyed this video about about Brimfield, but if you enjoyed this video, please check out my other ones. Hit like and subscribe. I document my antiques journey. I'm traveling around the country this year doing month-long stays in different places, and along the way picking antiques, of course selling online and selling at shows. So hit like and give us a subscribe to follow my antiques journey. Thanks.